now let's have a look at this segment. How to live cheap and healthy in Japan. I've noticed that the US dollar is just amazingly strong right now. I've never seen it so high ever against the Japanese yen. Like the Japanese yen, say 1 US dollar is 137 yen now. I mean, by God. So my plan was to spend Ichiman yen, which is 10,000 yen, which equates to, I've got the figures on the computer now, $72.67 for the month. That was my plan. And turns out, I don't know if I've ever spent this much, like, ever. Usually I just shop every day, you know. But there's this big place where I go there, and I actually lashed out on some of that stuff. Some of that stuff's like a real lash out. And all of this equates to exactly, it's 8,266 yen, because you have to pay for your plastic bags, which I didn't have to do. Didn't have to splash out on those things. $60. Yeah, $60 US. And I've got all of this, and this will last me. I'm only 70 kilos. I sort of vary. If I muscle up a bit, I vary. I might get up to 73, you know, and be all muscly and stuff. And anyways, so, you know, I don't eat a lot. 70 kilo, I'm 52 years of age. I've been 70 kilos for decades, you know. And yeah, I reckon that's good. Anyway, I splashed out on that. I splashed out on that. I don't usually get that stuff. Anyways, the plan here is I'm making 2 meals, and what I do is I'm going to make a broth meal. I generally make this chicken meal and put all this yum stuff in there. I splashed on this too, and I was thinking you don't really need that, but with this particular type of meal I'm going to do. And what I do is I make up a big thing with broth and whatever, and I'm going to make up the next other meal is going to be spaghetti bolognese, which I don't usually do that either. I don't usually spend that much. I don't usually eat red meat because it's expensive. I don't usually go with that anymore, but I figured just how much you can get on that. I'm like, okay. So I don't usually buy a whole lot. I never spent that much like in years. It's $60, exactly $60 US for all of this, and that'll last me a month. Because when I make up my meals. Yeah, I've got loads and loads of Tupperware, those Tupperware plasticky things, and shove them all in the fridge. I cleaned out the fridge and made it all ready, so I'm going to, over the next couple of days, I'll cook up all this stuff. Now, let's have a look what we have here. 4 packs of chicken. That's from Kyushu, and it's Japanese chicken. It's good stuff. You can get cheaper stuff from some, like, wherever country that I won't mention, because I've seen so many videos from that particular place that are just once seen can't be unseen, so I just boycott that joint. Anyways, yeah, so we've got 1 there, and 2 there, and 3 there, and 4 there. Now that is enough. That's, once I put all this other stuff in there, that's 5 days. So, you know, I can, because once I add stuff to it and all that, and I've got some other stuff kept left over. But yeah, you know, I might just go, alright, 4 days, what's that? No, that'll be 5 days, easy. Anyway, 16, and then, and my other meal, yeah, oh, this is a month for me. Anyway, so yeah, I've got the 4 packs of chicken. I chop it all up and do all those things. And I've got 16 onions. Yeah, they're crazy cheap. And actually, one of these days I'm going to get out there and grow my own. Anyways, I've got some packs of the potatoes are actually expensive right now, and they're real small. But oh well, this stuff's crazy cheap. That's like, what would that be then? What did that say on there? Yeah, that'd be 70 cents for that, and that's your roughage. Crazy cheap. That's called Chinese lettuce. I think they equate that to good stuff. All right, and so yeah, I'm gonna put that, and that, and that, and I've got some other stuff left over. And yeah, we'll make a broth with that. I've got the carrots, I don't usually eat many of those, and I'm gonna, sometimes in the broth I'll chuck in, still got another pack of spaghetti, so I'll chuck in a bunch of spaghetti with it too in the broth, and it really beefs it up. Plus I've got still loads of rice left over, which is one of the main components of the meal. So, and that's, you know, you spend the equivalent of, what is it now, about $12, and you're good for months, you know. So that's a key component that you're not seeing here right now, which makes up pretty much, you know, might be 50% of the actual meal. So what you're seeing here, double that as far as a meal is concerned. Alright, so what do we got here? We got the kimchi, $2, or 200 yen, so what's that, $1.40. We've got milks, we've got my orange juice, that's like 70 cents there, and splashed out on this one, that'll be like $1.40, grapefruit juice, yeah. I used to drink that with the vodka. I used to end up in jail. But yeah, anyways, drunken disorder. They throw you in there for 4 hours. Stay away from hard alcohol. Anyways, splashed out on this. I generally don't go for this stuff. This is choco, you know, like granola type of cereal stuff. It's yummo. Oh, that'll last me a couple of months easy. You know, I don't eat a lot of cereal. I generally would have a whole stack of eggs here right now, which you're not seeing. So that's why I mentioned that I would have spent the equivalent of $72. Like, a dozen eggs is $2, less than that, $1.50, $1.40, right? So I'd get a bunch of eggs too, which I will over the next couple of days. So that's why I'm saying I've got like an extra $12 to spend. If I spend it all on eggs, I'll be smelling like a bodybuilder. Anyways, yeah, so all those, and I've got this great big, that's like $1.40. I'm doing the calculations of tomato sauce, plenty of sauces for my spaghetti meal, because I've got that one and that one, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 meals with onions and the spaghetti, and sort of bulk it up with some other stuff. Splashed out on this, generally don't get that, that's like grated Parmesan cheese stuff. And then let's see, I've got this yummo spice stuff. You buy this and you fill up your fillery thing, and that's like pepper, black pepper, that's yummo. Right, so I've got 2 packs of spaghetti, the one's still going. I've got this stuff, and now this comes, you've got 4 satchel-y thingies, and you put that on your mealy thingies like this. I'm going to chuck a pack of those, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaghetti bolognese meals, 1, 2, 3 or 4 of these, bulk it up with what we got here, this miso sauce, and we got miso sauce, and we got miso sauce, and we got miso sauce. Yeah, I know. Now this is a total splash out right here. I generally don't get these. They're $2.99 each. Tomato and basil. So I'm gonna dump this and 1 can for maybe half. Yeah, that's right. Whatever. Half of one of those. Half of those, and no, 4, yeah, one of those and 1 of these for each bolognese. No one's watching this garbage. Who cares? No one cares. You know, for the equivalent of like $110 a month, you can get a cheap shizzle apartment, which is cozy, just turn it into a man cave. Yeah, I'm serious, a month. There's some real El Cheapo apartos around. This one here is aparto with my garden, and I've got a car space and all that stuff. Equivalents now, let me work that out. Yeah, $210. Yeah, a month. Okay, $210 $210 a month, $60 food, you know. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm trying to live in Melbourne right now. Anyways, tomato and basil. When we this one, we've got tomato and garlic. Tomato and garlic. Tomato and garlic. Alright, so we've pretty much covered all of that. So if I was to disregard this, which I generally would have, say, toast, I splash that on a bit of Vegemite, that lasts me ages. So I generally wouldn't go for that. Right? And don't need that one, but so that's a splash out. Generally don't spend money on these thingies, and I might get some tomatoes, for instance. So I usually have diced tomatoes. I didn't find those, so I went with this, but generally I'd go with diced canned tomatoes, which sort of bulks it up really well. So I didn't see that there. Maybe that'd be another one. But what I'm saying is, like these, that'll last me next to nothing. But that'll last me ages. I'll hardly go. Usually it takes months to get through spaghetti for me. But what I'm saying is, you can live a whole lot cheaper in a month for $60. You can live much cheaper than $60 US a month. You know, you could if you needed to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Try the bad voice. Too many know what I'm saying. But yeah, you know, and that I know of other places. If you're willing to sort of, I could get on my pushy on my bicycle and go to different places and get stuff cheaper. I know where to get stuff cheaper, and buy corn in bulk, for instance. Buy cheaper rice, which like I said, you know, you bulk up really oishi, tasty Japanese rice, and you can. I'll show you my thingy. Hang on a second. Yeah. Oh, couldn't be bothered getting that down, but I've got this great big sealed container thing up there, and I've got my rice cooker thing, the godsend thing. And so if you know, like a lot of products you purchase, and you say you spend $100 a month, you know, you buy a bag of rice which lasts you months, you know, and some items would last far more than a month. You might go for these thingies. Right, these thingies here, they're the equivalent of like 70 cents now. These are really oishi ramen things. I like this one here, it's a chapon. So if you wanted a snack, something really good, just you open these things up, you pour out the little thingies that's inside these thingies, and then hot water. You could even go down the local convenience store and just sort of walk in, and they go, say welcome, and just walk up to the hot water machine, pour hot water, and just walk out. No one's going to say anything to you. Yeah, so you don't even have to use your own gas. Yeah, I'm serious. I've got a 10-litre container just behind me that I went to the park and filled up just today. I rode my bicycle down to the post officey thing, and went to the, you know, got some money, the banky thing or whatever. And on my way back, I've got my Oki strap, you know, and bungee cord, I think it's called. The bicycle, filled up the tank of water. You know, there's a lot of ways. Yes, so you can live real cheap here and healthy, yeah, like that. This might seem like being very conservative for some people, but if you imagine that a lot of meals are rice based, and for instance, say budget wise I've still got another $12 to go, so that'd be like, say, 24 eggs, or maybe go 48. And then buy these sachet packet things. Let's go with packet of say curry, you know, or not powder curry, but just this like really tasty curry pasty stuff, and pour that in with your rice. You get your cheap corn. You know, you can bulk up meals, and yeah, when I bulk up the meals to and chuck them in the fridge with these those Tupperware things, I've got a ton of food, you know what I mean? So if you imagine every meal has it's mostly rice. I don't go in for long rice. I don't like that stuff. Like Indian, I can eat it, but it tastes like Thai rice or whatever. You can eat it, but it tastes like, yeah. And that's not being nationalistic. I just like Japanese rice. Or maybe it's you just start to get used to it or something. And that being the bulk of the actual meal, or in this case, that'll be the spaghetti bolognese thing, which I generally don't make anyways, will make up the bulk, right? And yeah, have I babbled on for long enough? Yeah, I'm serious. You can eat real cheap. So when people like pay for crazy amounts of money for rent and crazy amounts of money, food and all this stuff, it's all bullshizzle. You know, it's all bullshizzle. You're being lied to. All right then. Now, be good. Just try to be good. Oh, so I got some shout outs from some people contacted me, you know, from on my email-y thing and stuff like that. So yeah, hello. Yeah, great to hear from you guys. And yeah, you know, just email me anytime. I love hearing from you, you know. And yeah, I'm honoured, man. And yeah, so there you go. Right, let's see. Money-wise, business-wise, you know, everything's a collapse always. Because they killed my eBay business. Yeah, and so I'm doing the Etsy thing. You'll find me, kimonosans. That's me. And I've got some beautiful stuff there, and I'm thinking of uploading more stuff. And yeah, pretty good crowd there. So come on over and have a look, and you might find something that will be someday a family heirloom. Yeah, like that. Okay, be good and soldier on.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.